When we're behind on
An
every
assurance
single
from the
country,
White House
trade wars aren't so bad.
after Capitol Hill warned the president that tariffs could stifle the American economy. Trump's proposed tariffs, 25% on steel and 10% on aluminum, drew criticism from congressional Republicans urging him to moderate the plan or risk U.S. economic growth.
There is a lot of concern among Republican senators that this could sort of metastasize into a larger trade war. And many of our members are discussing with the administration just how broad, how sweeping this might be. And there's a high level of concern about interfering with what appears to be an economy that's taking off.
The criticism is an unusual break for Republicans who have been reluctant to criticize the president through often divisive debates over health care and immigration. And it's clear those concerns were shared across the aisle.
But it seems initially it's not well targeted. It seems to have a greater negative effect on Canada and Europe than on China. So they ought to make sure what they do is focused on China. They are our #1 trade problem, not Canada, not Europe.
But Europe was included in the president's claim that the U.S. has been taken advantage of for decades.
The European Union has been particularly tough on the United States. They make it almost impossible for us to do business with them, and yet they send their cars and everything else back into the United States. And they can do whatever they'd like, but if they do that, then we put a big tax of 25% on their cars, and believe me, they won't be doing it very long.
The hope now for Republicans that Capitol Hill can work with the president to moderate his sweeping changes.
There is a problem that needs to be addressed here. We just want to make sure that it's done in a prudent way that's more surgical so we can limit unintended consequences.
And while the U.S. Congress could push back on those tariffs with legislative action, it's likely Republicans will work with the president in a more familiar way first.
Haven't seen Republicans on the Hill express a lot of eagerness to use their legislative tools in this way. I think they are much more comfortable just trying to persuade Trump and use this language.
The new tariffs, originally set to go into effect this week, are still under legal review. Katherine Gypson, VOA News, Capitol Hill.